Hey, good morning everyone and welcome to shortsalepowerhour.com. He's Kevin, I'm Fred, we're group 4610. Thank you so much for watching the video blog today.
Welcome back, guys.
Hey, couple quick announcements here at the onset. The first is we're having a viewer week on Short Sale Power Hour. It may be next week, if not, it's coming up real soon. Depends on how many submissions we get, and good submissions, might I say. So we would like you, the viewer.
We're going to filter, so don't send us crap.
Yeah, submit us a video. Get out of your comfort zone. Sit in front of the video camera for 2 minutes. Share with us your greatest overcoming short sale story. Post it on YouTube. Email us the link. We would like to feature your video on Short Sale Power Hour and your great overcoming short sale success story.
Yes.
Secondly, we've got a bunch of Short Sales Gone Wild events. Our San Jose event's coming up next week, I think.
It is.
So make sure you register for that event. We got other events on the calendar as well. Visit the shortsalepower.com/events page. So I would like to talk about something that's come up recently on 3 of my short sale transactions. Well, 2 of mine and 1 I was helping Brett out on. It is investors, specifically Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac in all 3 of these cases, requesting large amounts of cash contribution or large notes from homeowners who have, let's just say, strategically defaulted and or maybe purchased a home before they decided to do a short sale on their old existing home. Whatever the case.
Yeah.
Right?
Whatever.
So we're seeing a lot more of it. I know from our friends around the country, Josh Parmala, Sarah Willman have said they've seen an increasing amount of this in Minnesota. I know other agents around the country are seeing it. The deal is this. Investors are really coming at homeowners harder. And they're basically saying, you know what? We can see your credit, we can see your assets and income. We know you have the ability to pay. It's time to fork over the money. Because you know what, we're tired of asking the government. Oh wait, no, we're not tired of asking because we're always.
No. I actually had Mark Johnson say that to me.
Oh wait, what did he say?
That it's not fair to the taxpayers. That so and so should foreclose or strategically.
Oh, this episode just turned a whole new direction.
No, I mean Mark Johnson actually said that to me.
Okay.
And that's the the phone
a representative of one of those major investors I just mentioned.
You know the phone call where I told you I feel like I burned my bridge? That was the phone call.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, this guy who works for Freddie Mac actually said to me, it's not fair to our taxpayers because that's where we get our money from. And I'm thinking to myself, you get your money from the taxpayers because you're not smart enough to make your own.
Well, but see,
it's bonehead decisions by certain people at certain institutions that force them to be supported by you and me who pay taxes.
Well, and here's the deal. You've got to know up front from your homeowners who are doing this, you got to coach them. Are they willing to sign a note or bring in cash? If the answer is no, you're going to have to prep them to write blatant letters that say, look, foreclose on my home. I don't freaking care. I'm not giving you another dime. That's the kind of letters you need to have your homeowners write. And here's the deal. Most of the time, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae will waive the contributions with those kind of letters. Not always. But if it really is all about the taxpayers, Mark Johnson, Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, then when a homeowner says I'm not going to bring any money in, if it is all about the taxpayers, you would agree to short sale.
Loss.
Because it mitigates loss. Exactly.
Absolutely. That's the only thing that really matters. Look, we can get caught up in is it right or is it wrong, the morality of it all. And I'm not here to talk about right or wrong.
Dude, our own government can't pay the bills now.
Yeah, no kidding. What day is this?
What kind of precedence
we might be actually out of business right now as a country.
We might be defaulting on our own loans by the time this video airs.
So my point is this, who am I to say what's right or wrong when our country, our government can't even balance its budget, yet we're going to say that Susie and Sally homeowner and John Doe and Jane Doe, they can't do a short sale on their home because they want to. Here's the deal. It's a contractual option to do a strategic default. You have the right to walk away. You have the right to stop making payments. And in some states, the consequences are you owe the total difference. And in the state of Arizona, that is not the same consequence. There are different consequences and sometimes none at all other than a credit effect. Well, at the end of the day, though, it's the responsibility of the financial institution who's being supported by the taxpayers of the United States of America to make the decision that saves them the most amount of money so it costs us less and less as taxpayers as time moves on. Because I'm tired of writing big fat checks to Fannie and Freddie when they don't deserve it because they can't run a company the way they should run it and approve short sales appropriately.
I'm speechless. He said everything I needed to say.
I don't think there's... that's it. That's how I feel. And here's the deal. Ego, go back to last week, a video from a couple
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Ego gets in the way so
you mean
much.
Lego Mango?
Yeah. Mark Johnson's ego is what got in the way of Freddie Mac saving more money on more than one transaction. I can go back and look at least 3 or 4 foreclosures we've had in the last year and a half, 2 years, where Mark Johnson's ego is what stopped Freddie Mac from making a better decision by approving a short sale than foreclosing, and I can freaking prove it to you. I can show you the numbers. I can show you the offer. I can show you the sales prices, and I can't show you Mark Johnson's ego. Although if you look out with a telescope from California, he lives on the East Coast. You can see it because it's miles and miles wide.
Well, here's the point. It doesn't matter if it's Mark Johnson or anybody else. They can say that they're trying not to do this for taxpayers. At the end of the day, they all get a freaking salary.
Yeah, no.
Those kind of, I'm sorry, but Fannie and Freddie, there might be a couple people that get bonuses, but most of those people are getting a salary no matter how great of a job they do.
You know, I think they should all go on a profit-sharing salary from now on.
Yeah, that might change their way. And here's the deal: for anybody out there that's saying, "Well, but people shouldn't be defaulting," it's cheap. Here's the deal: you set up a system where you actually help people that are in trouble, and you don't help the people that are actually making their payments. This is what happens. Meaning that when the values dropped and the whole market fell out, if you wanted to fix things, you would have went and figured out how to help the people that are actually paying their bills. What's now happening is the people that were paying their bills have looked around and only seen the people that are on hard times or walking away getting help. And so these people over here that have been paying for 5+ years are going, well, screw it. There's no incentive for me to keep paying. That's what happens when you have a system that only incentivizes people who need hurt. It's exactly what's wrong with our freaking government, dude. Yeah. I'm sorry, but the reason we can't balance a budget is because we have all these people on welfare and unemployment and all these other programs. Let's go steal from the rich and help the poor.
Yeah, no,
what a stupid concept.
Completely stupid.
I mean, I understand that a lot of our country buys into it, but it's ridiculous.
It's dumb. It doesn't work.
Let's teach people how to fish instead of feeding them.
Just a concept.
I'm ready to wrap it up. I hope we get like 20 hate comments on this, just so people are watching.
Because
if you hate what we just said, tell us. I don't care.
Especially if you're a bank employee, because I love reading your comments, guys. Or a credit union employee, you too. You can feel free to write another how big and pompous and arrogant we are, Mr. Whoever you are. Go ahead and write those comments. We're happy to read them. We're happy to go back and forth with you. Share your thoughts. Share your results. Share what you really think the problem is and what your solution might be to fix it.
Yeah, and give us some solutions on what's a better option for a homeowner than walking away from their mortgage. And if your solution is really that they stay in their home, I'd like you to tell me what they're supposed to do when they have a job transfer, or in 10 years when they want to send their kids to college. What's your solution then?
Well, no, I mean, here's the deal. It's not like the investors of the mortgage-backed securities are giving back part of the profits when the home doesn't default, when the loan never defaults, right?
No.
Oh, screw it. It's a risk by everybody. Own your freaking risk. It's part of the risk. As an investor, mortgage-backed securities, that's part of your risk. Now, unless you're going to be willing to share back part of the profits you have to the individual who had the loan, shut up. You don't have a right. That's how I truly feel about that.
I think Kevin said everything he has to say today. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Short sale power hour! Short sale power hour!
It's been crushed.
Kevin's team.